When most people hear the word millionaire, they imagine someone driving a flashy sports car, living in a huge mansion, or spending weekends on a private yacht. But that's just a stereotype. The reality might surprise you. Many millionaires are not living extravagant lives. Instead, they are ordinary people who follow simple, frugal habits to build and keep their wealth. Take John, for example. He's a self-made millionaire worth over $5 million, yet he drives a 10-year-old sedan and brings his lunch to work every day. His focus isn't on showing off his money, but on making smart decisions with it. Stories like John's are more common than you think. Research shows that a lot of millionaires come from middle-class backgrounds and maintain a middle-class lifestyle, even after reaching financial success. What's their secret? It's not about earning a massive salary or winning the lottery. It's about practicing habits that prioritize saving, value, and long-term thinking. In this video, we'll dive into 5 frugal habits of middle-class millionaires, habits that anyone can adopt to build wealth over time. You might find that becoming wealthy is less about luck and more about the choices you make every day. Number 1. The used, not new mentality. Middle-class millionaires understand one simple rule: new doesn't always mean better. In fact, they often avoid buying brand new items because they know how quickly things lose value. Instead, they look for used or pre-owned options that work just as well but cost a lot less. Take cars, for example. Did you know that a new car loses about 20% of its value as soon as you drive it off the lot? Millionaires know this, so they often buy used cars that are a few years old. These cars are just as reliable, but they cost thousands of dollars less. Some even buy certified pre-owned cars that come with warranties, giving them peace of mind without the high price tag. This habit doesn't stop with cars. Middle-class millionaires also look for deals on used furniture, refurbished electronics, or even second-hand luxury items. They don't care if something isn't brand new. They care about whether it works well and serves their needs. Why do they think this way? It's all about mindset. They focus on value, not status. They know that spending less on things like cars or gadgets leaves more money for investments and other financial goals. Take Mark, for instance. He's a millionaire who bought a used smartphone for half the price of a new one. With the money he saved, he invested in stocks that earned him a much bigger return. You can do the same. Next time you're thinking about buying something, ask yourself, do I really need this brand new, or can I get the same value for less? By adopting this used, not new mentality, you can save thousands of dollars over time and move closer to your financial goals. Number 2. Mastering the grocery game. When it comes to groceries, middle-class millionaires know how to stretch a dollar. They don't just walk into a store and grab what they see. Instead, they have a plan to save money every time they shop. It may seem small, but saving on everyday expenses like food can add up to big savings over time. One of their top strategies is sticking to a list. Millionaires plan their meals in advance and only buy what they need. This prevents impulse purchases that can blow a budget. They also take advantage of discounts, coupons, and loyalty programs. You might think, why would a millionaire use coupons? But for them, it's not about being cheap. It's about being smart. Every dollar saved is another dollar they can invest or save for the future. Buying in bulk is another trick they use. Items like rice, pasta, and canned goods are often cheaper when bought in larger quantities. This doesn't just save money, it also saves time because they don't need to shop as often. Some millionaires even split bulk purchases with friends or family to get the savings without wasting food. They also know how to avoid marketing traps. Have you ever noticed that expensive brands are placed at eye level? Millionaires look higher or lower on the shelves for generic or store-brand products. These items are often just as good, but cost much less. Finally, they track their spending. Millionaires keep a record of how much they spend on groceries each month. This helps them find areas to cut back and stay on budget. By mastering the grocery game, millionaires save hundreds or even thousands of dollars each year. The good news? These are habits anyone can copy. Start small, plan your meals, use a few coupons, and compare prices. You might be surprised at how much you can save. Number 3. Living below their means. One of the biggest secrets of middle-class millionaires is that they live below their means. This means they don't spend all the money they earn, even when they could afford to. Instead of upgrading their lifestyle as their income grows, they stick to simple habits that help them save and build wealth over time. For example, many millionaires live in modest homes. They could buy bigger houses in fancy neighborhoods, but they don't.
Why?
Because larger homes come with bigger expenses, higher mortgages, property taxes, and maintenance costs. Instead, they choose homes they can easily afford, and some even pay off their mortgages early. The same applies to other areas of their lives. Millionaires don't feel the need to buy the latest gadgets, take luxury vacations, or dine at expensive restaurants all the time. They focus on what they truly need and what brings them long-term value. This doesn't mean they never enjoy life. It means they spend thoughtfully and don't waste money trying to impress others. This habit is also about resisting lifestyle inflation. Many people increase their spending as their income grows, but millionaires don't fall into this trap. For example, instead of buying a new car when they get a raise, they might put that extra money into investments or savings. Living below their means isn't just about saving money, it's about having freedom. When you spend less than you earn, you don't have to stress about bills or debt. You can use the extra money to invest, grow your wealth, and create a secure financial future. This is a habit anyone can adopt. Start by reviewing your expenses and asking yourself, do I really need this, or can I live without it? By spending less and saving more, you can take control of your finances just like a millionaire. Number 4. Value over brand. Middle-class millionaires know that paying for a brand name isn't always worth it. Instead of focusing on flashy labels, they look for value. The best quality for the best price. This habit helps them save money while still getting what they need. For example, when it comes to groceries, millionaires often choose store brands or generic products instead of big-name brands. Did you know that most generic products, like cereal or pasta, are made in the same factories as the expensive ones? They just have different packaging. By choosing the less expensive option, they save money without sacrificing quality. This mindset applies to more than just groceries. Millionaires also avoid paying for trendy brand names in clothing, electronics, or household items. Instead, they focus on durability and functionality. For instance, instead of buying a popular designer handbag, they might buy a well-made, unbranded one that lasts just as long or longer. They also invest in quality where it matters. Millionaires understand that spending a little more on something durable, like a reliable appliance or a pair of good shoes, can save money in the long run. They see these as smart purchases because they don't have to replace them as often. Why do millionaires avoid flashy brands? They don't need to impress others. Instead, they care about getting the most value for their money. They know that flashy purchases can drain their bank accounts and leave less for saving and investing. This habit is easy to adopt. Next time you shop, compare the generic option to the name brand and see if it's just as good. Focus on buying things that will last instead of things that just look good. By choosing value over brand, you'll stretch your money further and feel great about your financial choices. Number 5. Obsessive tracking and planning. Middle-class millionaires don't leave their money to chance. They are obsessive about tracking their expenses and planning their financial future. This habit helps them control their money instead of letting their money control them. One common tool they use is a budget. Millionaires track where every dollar goes, how much they spend on groceries, bills, entertainment, and savings. This might seem boring, but it's incredibly effective. By knowing exactly where their money is going, they can spot waste and make better choices. For example, Sarah, a millionaire with a modest lifestyle, noticed she was spending too much on streaming services. She canceled a few and saved $50 a month. That doesn't sound like much, but over a year, it's $600, money she put into her investment account instead. Many millionaires also plan for the future. They set clear financial goals, like saving for retirement, paying off a house, or building an emergency fund. Then, they create a step-by-step plan to reach those goals. Some use apps or spreadsheets to track their progress, while others prefer simple pen and paper. Another thing millionaires do is review their finances regularly. They check their budgets and investments every month to make sure they're on track. This habit helps them catch problems early and stay focused on their long-term goals. Why are they so careful? because they understand that small leaks can sink a big ship. Even tiny expenses, if ignored, can add up over time. By tracking and planning, they make sure every dollar is working for them. You can do this too. Start by writing down all your expenses for a month. Then, create a simple budget and set one small financial goal. With time and consistency, you'll find that this habit can transform your financial life, just like it does for millionaires. Becoming a millionaire isn't about luck or earning a massive salary. It's about having the right mindset and habits. Middle-class millionaires prove that building wealth is possible for anyone willing to make smart, consistent choices. As we've seen, their success comes from simple but powerful habits. These habits aren't flashy or complicated, but they work because they prioritize long-term goals over short-term pleasures. The good news is that anyone can adopt these habits. You don't need to be wealthy to start saving on groceries or avoiding lifestyle inflation. Small changes can make a big difference over time. The millionaire mindset isn't about cutting every joy out of your life. It's about being thoughtful with your money and creating a future where you have financial freedom. So, which habit will you start today? Choose one and try it out. You might just find yourself on the same path that many middle-class millionaires took to achieve their success. Now, if you want to learn how to achieve financial success, then watch this video next. If you made it to this point in the video, please like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.